Hello dear students of Standard 7. How are you? Hope you all are fine and safe at your home. Now welcome to my botany class. Today I am going to talk about external morphology of plants from chapter 3 of your textbook. Here morphology word has come from two words, morpho and logy. Here morpho means structure and logy means study. So the study of the structure or form of an organism is called morphology. And external means the outward appearance of an organism. Here outward appearance means the shape, structure, color, pattern, size of the organism. So external morphology of plants means the study of external structure or form of plants. Today's lesson. Today I will explain about the structure of modified root, stem and leaf. Modification of main root. We know that the main function of root is to entangle trees with soil, and another main function of root is root absorbs water and minerals from soil and it supply to the plants. Roots may be modified for performing special functions. On the basis of their shape, they are of four types, such as fusiform roots. These roots store food and become thick and juicy. The middle portion of this root is thick, but two ends are gradually tapering, such as radish. Conical roots. They store food and the main root becomes thick and juicy. The upper side is broad, but the lower side is gradually tapering. For this reason, it is called conical roots, such as carrot. Napiform roots. In this case, upper portion of the root becomes rounded due to storage of food, but lower part suddenly becomes thin, such as turnip. Tubercular roots. The main roots soils irregularly due to storage of food. They have no particular shape, such as mirabilis. Mirabilis is the scientific name of Sondha Malati fool. Modified of adventitious roots. Here, adventitious roots means which roots arise from stem and sometimes from leaf is called adventitious roots. This type of roots are fine hair-like structure that is spread sideways in all the directions. Adventitious roots are modified for performing special functions. It is modified mainly three reasons, such as modified for mechanical support, modified for performing physiological functions, modified for storage of food. In this class, I will explain about first 2 points. That means modified for mechanical support, modified for performing physiological functions. At first, modified for mechanical support. These roots helps the plants to stand straight, to climb or to float in the water. For this reason, adventitious roots are modified variously, such as prop roots. These types of roots grow from the stem of the branches and come down and enter into the soil. Finally, they become so thick that it looks like a pillar, such as banyan tree. Still roots. Few plants have weak stems and cannot stand erect. So, few roots develop from the lower part of the main stem and tangentially reach the ground and grow, such as steel root of screw pine. Climbing roots. These roots grow from the nodal regions of weak stems and help the plants to climb clinging with another plant, such as betel vine. Point number 2. Modified for performing physiological functions. Beside the normal functions, adventitious roots are modified to perform special physiological functions. Parasitic or sucking roots. Parasitic plants do not have chlorophyll. Goldkeeper is a parasitic plant. So they push their special type of roots inside the body of the host plant in search of food. It is called sucking roots or parasitic roots, such as gold creeper. Reproductive roots. Roots of some plants take part in reproduction, such as sweet potato. Respiratory roots. Branch roots from the main root come up from the saline or muddy soil in coastal region. These roots have some pores on them, and by this pore they take free oxygen from the air. These modified roots are called pneumatophore or respiratory roots, such as Sundari and Koran, etc. Aerial roots. One kind of roots absorbs moisture from the environment. They are called aerial root, such as orchid. Now modified stems. We know that the stems usually grow above the soil level and bear leaves, flowers and fruits. But in exceptional conditions, for performing few special functions, stems change their position and structure. These changes are called modification of stems, and this type of root is called modified stems. In some plants, the stems are modified for performing some special functions like storage of food, synthesis of food, vegetative propagation, self-defense, etc. Based on position, these stems are of three types. They are underground modified stem, subaerial modified stem, and aerial modified stem. In this class, I will explain about first point, that means underground modified stem. Underground modified stem. To survive from adverse conditions, stems of few plants grow beneath the soil surface. These are underground modified stems. They are of four types, such as tuber. Potatoes are the example of tuber. Tuber bears node, skull leaves and auxiliary bud. Cavities at the axils of skull leaves are called eyes. In favorable condition, auxiliary bud grows from eyes and give rise to new plants. Tubers are round, swollen due to storage of food. Rhizomes. Stems of ginger, turmeric, etc. plants are example of rhizome. They grow parallel to soil surface or erect and store foods. It bears clear node, internode, skull leaf, and adventitious roots. This mark is called node, and the space between two nodes is called internode, and on the node there is present skull leaf. Bulbs. Stems of onion, garlic, etc. are examples of bulbs. Their stems are very small, rounded and convex. Nodes and internodes are so compressed. Thick and juicy scale leaves are so arranged for that the bulb cannot be seen. Adventitious roots are produced from the stem. Corms. Amorphilus is the example of corm, and its Bengali name is Ol. This stem is very big and more or less rounded. It bears prominent node, internodes, and skull leaves. One thing I want to say that here, students, you have to remember this, that stem bears node, internodes, skull leaf, but root does not bear node and internode. Now modified leaves. I know you have seen leaf and you are very well known about the structure of leaf. But to perform special functions, leaves change their normal structure. They are storage of foods. Leaves of onion, garlic and aloe vera are thick and juicy. These plants stores foods. Fly traps. In some plants, the leaves are modified to pitcher or bags. When insects enter inside the pitcher, the lid of the pitcher is closed and the plant absorbs nutrients from the insect body, such as pitcher plant. Reproductive leaves. In few plants, buds go from the margin of leaves. Gradually, these buds develop roots and ultimately, when detached from the leaf, they become independent plants, such as Bryophyllum, and in Bengali it is called Pathorkuchi. Leaf tendrils. Apex of leaf or whole leaflets are becomes modified into a spring-like structure called leaf tendril, such as P. Skull leaves. Sometimes underground stems develop skull-like leaves, which is called skull leaves, such as ginger, turmeric, potato, etc. Juicy skull leaves store foods and protects the apical buds, such as onion. Leaf spines. Leaves are sometimes modified to spine to protect the plant, such as lemon. So student, in this class we have talked about external morphology of plants. I hope everything is clear to all of you. If you face any problem, you can contact with me. Today, up to this, thank you everyone.